What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the rarest units in ASTDX, the new Xerxes, guys. If you guys want to get him, you're going to be getting him by being a pro at the arena. Not many of these exist in the game, only a very few amount. So we're going to be checking him out. Well, let's go see how OP he is, and let's see if he's going to be worth the grind. All right, let's go hop on into infinite mode, and let's get it cooking. Also, before we hop in it, guys, we are on the road to 1 million subscribers, and we got a lot since the last video. We are now up to 960K. So let's get it cooking, guys. I'm ready to do that 1 million Robux giveaway. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. Xerxes. Let's go take a look. So it looks like he is... Oh, he summons portals. Yo, what? Ground Trapper. Attacks by placing traps instead of using direct abilities. Holy, that is cool. Bro, I can't believe this guy's locked behind arena. Oh my gosh. So starting damage is 6,000, but you guys can kind of see his price is pretty expensive. I want to check something out real quick. Yeah, let me turn off these auto upgrades real quick. I wanted to check something out. All right, so if we take a look at sell prices in this game, they are still 50%. All right, good. So he makes traps. So it looks like these traps, how they work is they wait a little bit when an enemy walks into them and then they blow up. So, and it's gonna look like it summons them in a random spot in his range, I want to say. Okay, spawns a trap, waits a little bit, and then it blows up. So I think it's whenever an enemy walks... Okay, it didn't hit the shielded one as much. Actually, it probably did 1 damage. So, yeah. So I think you can spawn multiple traps as well. Now, this one is an all-star unit, so that's why the damage is so high. Keep that in mind as well. Normally it would not be as high. But yeah. So I want to test something now, and I'm going to place down a unit, and we're going to we're going to just place down a couple units, and I want to see what it looks like if there's no enemies in his range. What is going to happen with the traps, and how many are going to spawn? Because we already kind of know how he works now. I want to see like the in-depth of how he works. So let's go cook a couple of these. So he's going to spawn in a trap. Okay, so the traps take a little bit to spawn in. So right now he only has 1 trap spawned. Okay, so now he's going to have 2 traps spawned. So it looks like he's going to spawn a trap roughly every 6 seconds. That might not be accurate though. I feel like that's more than 6 seconds, especially considering I have 3x game speed on. Okay, so it looks like he has a peak of 3 traps able to open up. So yeah. So let's upgrade him. So let's check out his first upgrade. All right, again. So it looks like these upgrades are going to allow him to trap faster. So that's pretty nice. So there we go. Okay. I like it. So looks like his traps are going to spawn a lot faster. So you can use them more frequently. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Man, Xerxes kind of cooking right now, man. Oh my gosh. Now, the damage looks high, but that is because he's all-star. So keep that in mind. Normally, you would have more placements. I'm not really sure how I feel about the all-star trade. And also, it seems like shields, he's not that effective against. So there's a lot of better units out there for shield-wise. All right, upgrade. Oh, I do not know what... Okay, upgrade. All right, upgrade. So here we go, guys. So it looks like the more you upgrade him, the more his trap limit is going to increase. So his trap limit increased to 5. And you guys can see these traps are doing quite a bit of damage. And they do spawn fairly quickly. Especially because this guy has dealt like insane stats. So keep that in mind as well. And I think you can still buff him. I'm going to place down my buffer. So 24,000. Let's sell. 24. Okay, he might not actually be able to buff him. Let me check. Okay, no, I have to actually hit the button. Okay, so 24,259 with the buff. That's a 1% buff. Oh my gosh, I'm cooked. I am so cooked. All right, let's go upgrade him. So it goes up to 5 traps. So this one is still 5 traps. All right, let's max him out. Okay, so this is his max stats is 37,000 damage. Honestly, not the greatest. Now, I don't believe he has an ascension. So maybe in the future he'll get an ascension. So 37 with 5 traps spawning in. And the traps will spawn in every 4 seconds, which is not too bad. Again, though, shield enemies, he is not the greatest at. So you're going to have to deal with that a little bit. He could be a good unit to place in the back, The thing I'm worried about him though is it looks like he's kind of like Aaron but AoE in a sense, if that makes any sense at all. So he is kind of nice that he can hit multiple units with the traps, but Aaron it looks like is going to just kind of spawn more frequently, and I feel like Aaron just has more overall DPS. But this guy can be nice to have as like a backup, I guess, because he's gonna hit multiple units. So he's good at like killing units in a squad that get through to the back of your base maybe. But even then, 37,000 isn't too crazy much. Let's see if I drop like a mega buff. So my max buff is 30% damage. Okay, he has a 75% buff somehow, but yeah. Okay, so overall, I definitely think Xerxes is a pretty good unit there. All right, so that was actually with the buff. So without the buff, it's only 14,000. Huh, he looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna say he's OP though. I don't know if I would rank him insanely high on the tier list, but considering he is unique and nobody else does what he does, that's actually pretty cool. So he's a unique unit that is actually not that bad. So I definitely recommend you guys can check him out if you want to, but I don't know if he's gonna really be on any metas anytime soon. Though I could see them releasing a new version of him or maybe an extension of him that will make him even better. But right now he's decent, but don't quite think he's meta, especially with only 37,000 damage. I just feel like we have units out there that are probably cooking a little bit with more heat. Big shout out to Plot for the showcase, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.